Hi guys, definitely Mario here. Today we want to finish our Fusebox. In short, I want to remember for our polling on my Patreon. It's totally free. You can choose your first investigation tool. The polling goes until next Sunday, I think. It would be nice if you want to give me your choice. So, let us go back into Unreal Engine. The last time we have made a simple electricity system, so the light switch only can interact when the fuse box is on. Okay. Now we want to make the fuse box itself interactable. So first we want to add one more function to our interaction interface. And we want to have, we call that CanInteract. Simple function. Why we make it? So we can tell the fuse box if we don't want the user can activate or deactivate it. So in games like Phasmo, you can make explicit custom settings for a map, and one of the setting is you can't activate the fuse box. So we need a way to handle this behavior. So let us now open our fuse box. Here is our fuse box. So we have the active, and we want to have an let's call it is interactable. So instance editable and expose on spawn, because we want to set it at the start of the map. So this two we don't need. So now we want get the interface here. API Interactables. So now we have the two functions. First function interact. Here we want to flip-flop our active state. At first active is false, so we want to make it first to true, and after that we want to make it to false. So now we should do it. No power. And I have the feeling we still have no power. Yes. Because we are not give him our collision. We need here a sphere collision 2. A little bigger. Let us say this big. We need to have to function on begin overlap and on end overlap. No, that's it. I clicked the wrong. So I make it again. If we do, yeah, we have and overlap. So now it's nearly the same as in our light switch. So we can go here, copy this to and put it there. So um, here again. We have to copy player in range. So we need it here too. We not need any more here. Okay. So now let us play it again. And you see we can activate and deactivate it. We press E again and we have no power. So, and we can make it on and off. So now let us implement the CanInteract trait. Well, first here we want CanInteract return a boolean, CanInteract I know I have sometimes named the variable with a space, sometimes with an underscore, sometimes all these letters in uppercase or not. I will make one episode so we clean this mess up. So now we have our CanInteract trait. So we want to, we need a BP player character. And you need to implement in the interaction the CanInteract trait before we interact. No, we do it in the interact. It's better. Yeah. It's less a mess. CanInteract. It's simple, is interactable. So why we use a function if we only make now is interactable? It's simple. Now it's only this flag, but it can be more complex. So if we have in our interface a function, so we can dynamically put the conditions in here, it's on long term better for us. But I'm not really satisfied with the idea to do it here. It would be much better to do it here. We will do it here at the player. So now let us implement the new function. Here you see I put CanInteract in it. We will need a little bit more space. We can use some rewrotes. So let's look a little bit better. And sorry for sometimes I go a little bit low in my volume of my voice. Sorry. So now we need a branch here, B left mouse click. And we connect this. We save it. And now we start the map. Now if we want to activate it, you see nothing happened. There's no because it will ever says no, because we have no implementation of the CanInteract now who give us a true. So we go short in the light switch base. We go short into CanInteract and give true ever back our light switch can ever be interacted. Now Fusebox we have is interacted. So now we press play. Go in, we have our has no power. But press the Fusebox will never be activated as we not tell the Fusebox he is interactable. Now we did it. Now if we want to make it, we have a Fusebox. It can be interactive. So we did it. So with our new function or trait CanInteract, we can handle to give some interactables the ability to be interactable, or we can close them for the interaction so no one can be interacted with it. Or we can switch it over the game, so you have an item like the Fusebox and you want the player to repair some wires first, so he cannot interact with it because the wires not repaired. So in the next episode, I think we want to handle some UI stuff. You know, at the moment we have no response on the UI from anything, not from the light switch or Fusebox. We have to press E to interact with it. It is not interactable, so the game tell us that, and so on. See you in the next episode. Have a nice day. And shortly, I tell it often in the last videos, but please think about the polling on my Patreon for the first investigation tool. Now, have a nice day.